Back at it again. I'm Daniel Perez.
I am Messi Morales, and we are
You're Unqualified
Qualified
Heroes. So, hopefully you're not lagging, but
Heroes.
so we got some news, and then we got my favorite rankings. And my rankings is going to be better because I'm always right. So you'll see whose rankings you like more. So we're just going to go right into the news. Messi, you can talk about Wakanda Forever and their numbers.
Oh yeah. So Wakanda Forever just came out last week. So obviously we are wondering how much money they made so far. And it's pretty big. It beat some movies on the November opening weekend. It broke some records. Apparently no other movie has beaten this high number on a November this many years that we have had films. But so the movie made domestically, so like here in the US, $200 million, which is a lot. Like
just in a couple days.
Just in a couple days. Black Adam did not make that much in the time that it came out.
And the entire time they've been out.
They haven't reached or gotten close to it. So, and worldwide, they made $330 million. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. Just for a week, basically. Not even like a week.
Not even a week. Well, maybe a week. Well, no, not even a week. Not even Thursday will be a week. So yeah.
In a couple of days, yeah. So
they're making money.
They're making money. But will it beat Black Panther 2018?
Will it beat Black Panther?
If you're wondering how much money that movie made, it's a lot.
a lot more than that.
$1.3 billion was made domestically. I'm sorry, worldwide on Black Panther 2018. So, do you think will it get up there?
No chance. No chance.
Yeah. I don't think it will get there, but if it gets to the billion, awesome.
That'll be impressive. Yeah. Any movie that gets to $1 billion is like, wow, that's impressive.
It's impressive, yeah. But I like you said, I don't think it will get too close to it, or I don't think we'll get to $1 billion. It will hopefully get at least almost to $1 billion, but I don't think we'll get to the billions.
Almost to $1 billion.
Yeah, if only 300 million was made on the first weekend, I mean, it's basically first week.
That's where everyone goes.
Exactly, and like, it's not gonna get there. But plus, you gotta think about it like this: if the movie wasn't released on Disney Plus, like every other movie is being released like a couple months after the movie is released.
That's true. Disney Plus wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah, so like it will be more intriguing for people to actually go see it on the movie theater, and then instead of waiting for it. I know those numbers will add up later on when the movie is released on Disney Plus, but will it make an impact to the numbers? Maybe we'll not. See. So we'll see about that. But Daniel, you mentioned earlier that you have a quote of a cast member.
I do
about something. I don't know.
So talk to me. What's his name? Winston Duke, also known as M'Baku, for Black Panther, who is an amazing actor. He was asked from comicbook.com and I believe Duke Magazine about the role of the Black Panther, of T'Challa, and about recasting. And if you guys haven't seen Black Panther yet, the second one, go watch it. But I'm not going to say, if you know what happens in the end, you know what happens. But this is about that in a sense. There's no spoilers in a way. This is just a quote that he said. He said that there is no way they'll remake Black Panther in the future. There is no way that the saga and the interpretation of T'Challa, King of Wakanda, will end. He is canon, so trust that it'll come, but allow Wakanda Forever to be a human experience. So this means T'Challa in some way, shape, or form will stay. He thinks will remain Black Panther in the future. Yep. I don't know how to beat around the bush with that, but it's interesting. It's interesting because we know, well, at least we think we know from trailers that Shuri is Black Panther, and if you don't know,
I'm
I'm
guessing
just
this
gonna say
quote.
it.
I'm guessing this quote was before the movie was released.
Well, the news article came out today. I don't know when the quote was, but the article came out. Oh no, it came out yesterday. It came out yesterday at 11 at night. So I don't know, but yeah. So do you think that T'Challa will be Black Panther in the future, or some sort of recast?
I don't know. I by me answering this because obviously we've seen the movie already. So,
You know what?
no,
If you haven't seen the movie by now, it's past Monday. It's too late. Spoilers.
spoilers. You have not been warned because if you've not seen the movie, it's your fault. You live under a rock. What are you doing in your life? Yes. No, wait, no. There's not going to be a recast, obviously, because we see there's a kid, the son of T'Challa, the first, because it is T'Challa the second. He will be eventually an interesting thing. He will be a mutant. He will not be just like he will not be needing the herb to have the powers because T'Challa had the powers when he was conceiving the kid.
That's
So
true. Didn't think about that.
didn't think about that either. So, TikTok just blew my mind. So yeah, so he will. This is not confirmed. I'm just TikTok theories. Is fun, and it was always to think about it like that. But it will be cool if he will be the actual Black Panther mutant that we will like, because on the comics he is the son of Storm, a mutant, and the son of T'Challa, which is the Black Panther. And then this kid becomes the best of both worlds. He has Wakanda powers, mutant powers. But yeah, so obviously he won't have Storm powers because Storm hasn't been introduced yet on the MCU, but he'll have Black Panther powers, actual Black Panther powers.
But wouldn't that still be a recast because it's still
it's not recast. It's not recasted if it's a son. So like, okay, so it's like you're saying if you have a son and you die, well, that son will be you.
Yeah, he's the new me.
No, he's your son. He's your kid. He's the person who will take after you, but it's not a recast. Even though they're using the same name, T'Challa, forgot his name, last name, the second. So yeah. So I don't think it will be recasted. It's a new thing. Not a new thing. It's a son taking over for him. That's it.
Okay. I don't know. We'll see.
You think it will be recast? You think that's why? I mean, I know why they did.
I think they wanted to do the best of both worlds to make the recast people happy and to make the not recast people happy.
Yeah.
That they did a semi recast.
In a way, I guess.
In a way. Okay, so the other piece of news is Spider-Man. One of everyone's favorite heroes, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man over here. We're all wondering what's next after No Way Home, because they're all like, a lot of the actors that were in the movie were like, yeah, taking a break, peace, and
even the director was peace out.
Even the director, and then apparently he got a paycheck and came back in a couple days. So, rumor has it, I think it's confirmed now, possibly.
I think it is confirmed.
Is Tom Holland has signed a six
films.
Movie, not six. It's not a film. Six project contract to appear in six Marvel projects. And why is that so hard to say? And our theory as to what those six projects are is Spider-Man 4, Daredevil, Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6. No. That wasn't it. So it was Spider-Man 4.
Okay. Born
Kang,
Again. Born
Kang
Again's before
Dynasty.
Kang.
Okay, Born Again, Spider-Man 4, Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars, and
That's four.
Spider-Man 5 and 6.
I just said.
Whatever.
Yeah, so those are the projects that are rumored to come. Obviously, we knew about Kang and
Secret
Secret
Wars.
Wars because it's obvious, like everybody's in it. But and then of course, then the new trilogy that he signed off with, the 4, 5, and 6. Um, this is his actual Spider-Man years, not the first trilogy was like a more of a like a what does you call it?
A prequel.
No, not
I
a
don't know.
prequel. Oh my god, the word just like
I know
flew
what
out
word you're
of
thinking about, and I can't say it. I don't know what it is. But that word.
yeah, that word. If you oh my god, I'm not gonna let it go.
Anyways, so Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6. We all knew. Oh, I wouldn't say. Let me just say this. I'm just. We're both flustered right now. Let me just say this. If he does 6 Spider-Man movies, that'll be the longest character movie person that we've ever had. Iron Man only did 3. Captain America only did 3.
No.
Captain America did like 2.5.
No. Think about it. Cameos count as
No, no, no,
movies.
no, no. I'm talking
Yeah.
about solo films. I'm talking about solo
Oh
films.
yeah, then yeah, solo films and yeah. He will be
Thor,
because
Thor has the longest with 4.
Yeah, Thor is 4.
So if he
But
does
maybe
6,
yeah,
it's a
but
long
we don't know
time.
how long Thor is going for. Thor may be
We don't
coming for
know.
a new one
That's true.
because they fired Taika, so they may get a new director and make a better one. But I don't know.
But also Taika made Ragnarok, so I don't know.
He
I don't
got
know.
fired. He ain't coming back.
He
ain't
did not get fired.
He did get fired. He ain't coming back.
He didn't get
He's
fired.
done. He was like, "Pa fuera, your movie sucked. You're done. You were too comedic." He's done. He's gone.
Tragic.
Bye bye. Even though he's an awesome director and a cool guy, I guess this you can't make them all good. So.
Too much creative freedom. That's what happens. Anyways, I think that's a perfect lead into our rankings.
Yeah.
So there's 7 movies. I'm just gonna say them. It's Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Thor, and Black Panther. Those 7 movies are the movies that came out in Phase 4 because Phase 4 has ended with Black Panther. Phase 5 is coming soon, and we're gonna rank them. See where our list lies. We already had a Phase 4 show ranking, excluding She-Hulk, but
That's
it wasn't gonna.
It was probably like the last one out of
It was gonna be down there anyways, so it didn't matter that much. So now we got the movie rankings, and I think this one will be more interesting. Messi thinks we'll have a similar list, but I don't think so.
I think we do, in a sense that our top 3 are gonna be the same movie. It doesn't matter the order.
I don't think
but
so.
it will be
okay. Okay, I'm talking
similar.
about order wise. I think they'll be different.
Order wise, yes, but top 3 will be the same.
Yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
All right. Go first.
I go first. Okay, so I will give my 7, and then you'll give your 7, and then we can just go from there to see which list is better, and then we can just fight like always.
Okay.
All right. So Phase 4, Messi's ranking is better than Daniel so far. All right, you ready?
I'm
My
ready.
number 7, Black Widow.
Okay.
Black Widow's number 7. The only good thing about this movie was Yelena, and she didn't save the movie for me. The CGI was bad. The reason why the movie was released on Phase 4 made no sense. This movie would have been better released on Phase 3 before Endgame came out. Like, the stakes for this movie really didn't matter because we know she was going to die later on, even though all this fighting and almost death scenes, like, You ain't dying. Like, what
You
are you
ain't
doing?
dying.
Yeah. So that's that. My top 6, Thor. There's
Okay.
no need to explain because I already explained it with Taika Waititi having too much freedom to create this movie. Movie suck. If you like it, I'm sorry. You have bad taste on movies, and the movie's just bad. There's nothing there to save it. Okay, my top, my top 5. I was debating between 5 and 4 for this spot,
Okay.
but I had to put Eternals. Eternals is my number 5. Movie was
Okay.
great. I love this movie, but it was way too much going on for me to fall in love with these characters. Like, we have some love stories in London, and we have some hatred ex-boyfriend coming in, and then we have so many characters, and then the what's her name? The fast girl. She was like the best character in the movie, even though she didn't show up.
I almost said Icarus, not Icarus.
Icarus is a bad guy, yeah.
I don't remember her name.
Yeah, the fast girl. You know what I'm talking about. She was the best thing of the movie, but yet again, she was not enough to save this movie for me to be that high.
Not enough.
Not enough. All right, my top number 4, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was a way too much of a build-up, and it didn't do anything with all that build-up. It was a okay movie for me. It could have been better. The writing was weird. Some scenes were like, why are you there? The CGI on this movie, like, dude, you won graphic design. You won a Grammy for this movie for the first one.
Yep.
How do you go down from that? I don't understand. Like, you were so good. The first Doctor Strange movie with the graphic design of it was so awesome. And you managed to F that up on the second one. Whatever. It is what it is. Movie's out. I'm still not okay with it. Okay. Top
This is where it
3.
gets interesting.
Top 3. The movie just came out. Black Panther.
Okay.
Black Panther's my number 3. It was awesome, emotional. It was like a roller coaster. The reason why it's not number 2 or number 1 is because of the pacing of this movie. It felt way too long for some scenes on the movie. Could have been shorter. Probably you could have taken out some scenes of some characters and add more scenes of other characters. It could have been better and better introductions for other characters and make us feel more in love with those characters. Yeah. My number 2 is Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was a great movie. It was a great introduction for a new character, a new culture movie. And just in general, like Shang-Chi is an awesome character in general. The comeback on this movie is top tier. The acting, the comedy, the soundtrack. I thought Black Panther will have a better soundtrack, but it did not. I was surprised by that because the first movie with Black Panther, the soundtrack is so good. I still listen to it. But the soundtrack for Shang, I listen to it now, like right now. It's awesome. Shang-Chi soundtrack is awesome. I loved it. The acting. Obviously, it didn't make it number 1 because there's some scenes like, why is there a dragon? Like, why is the bad guy not the bad guy? I thought the dad, the Mandarin was bad. It was not. It's a dragon. Yeah.
Hi.
And then, of course, number 1, Spider-Man.
You already know.
Best movie of Phase 4. One of the best movies of MCU in general. Awesome. It brought back some characters that we love from the past. Toby and Andrew, phenomenal. Obviously, the movie's not perfect. There's some stuff that could have been better in some parts, but other than that, it was the best movie of Phase 4, and I'll die with it. I don't agree with BD. I don't agree with BD saying Shang-Chi is number 1, but I respect it from her. But yeah, Spider-Man number 1.
All right. Not a bad list. Not a bad list. Okay, we're gonna have to go to my list. My list is a little different. It's a little different.
Go ahead.
Right. So number 7, I got Black Widow. It's not good. I'm sorry. I laughed a little bit. I had a little ha ha he he there. But Yelena, like Messi said, wasn't enough. So
enough to save it.
Number Number 6, I got Thor: Love and Thunder. Look, let me tell you, we made a podcast with our um, wife slash girlfriend, and we were saying that, it's a pretty good movie. It's a step down for Ragnarok, but it was a pretty good movie, and that's because we just came out of watching it the first time. We're like, this is a little weird, but it's not bad. But then you rewatch it, and your eyes get opened, and you're like,
why am I watching this?
You kind of just want to poke your eyes out. I don't know. It makes me regret everything I said in the previous podcast about Thor. I don't know why I said it was good. It's not. So it's number 6. Number 5. This is where we got some controversy. I got Doctor Strange at number 5.
You have Eternals higher than Doctor Strange?
I got Eternals higher than Doctor Strange. Look, here's the thing. Doctor Strange, overhyped, over everything movie. Over everything movie. Let me tell you, I went into this with not too high expectations.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Not too high. I dimmed it down. I dimmed it down.
No, after you saw it, you dimmed yourself down because you knew for a fact this conversation was going to happen. It's happening now. Your hype train was way too high. I think you were already more excited to see this movie than you were seeing Spider-Man, and that's insane. You were. See,
I was.
You were. And what happened?
I got disappointed.
Exactly.
Look. I was high on it, but right before the movie, it went a little lower, like one step lower. And it was still disappointing. Look, the CGI, trash. The fight scene, too short, making it trash. Wanda, I love my girl Wanda. She wasn't that good. She was alright. It was like, okay. Yeah. Doctor Strange, bro, what did you do? Take a sabbatical or something? Because you were amazing in Doctor Strange 1. In Infinity War, oh my god, you were like with Thanos, one of the best fight scenes in MCU history. And what happened here? I don't know, but it sucked.
You know what's funny? Before you go to your next one, all this hate that Soups is getting because he said Black Panther 2 is a step down from the first one. he could have said that for any other sequel movie that we got, like Doctor Strange 1 and Doctor Strange 2. Doctor Strange was a step down from the first one. Yeah. Thor, Love and Thunder was a step down from Ragnarok. People wouldn't be mad about that. Like,
Iron Man was a step except down. Captain America. That was the only one that went up.
Exactly. All these sequels that he could have said that's a step down, and actually it's a step down, people agree with him. But when he says about Black Panther, he gets the biggest hate ever.
It's
so funny. Okay.
Yeah, let's just say this. Redemption for Soups, because everyone was hating him before the movie, and me and Messi were like, let's at least wait. And you know what? He was right. So, we don't agree with Soups on everything, but I'll give him the pass there. He didn't deserve the hate. Yeah. So let's see. I did 7, 6, 5. Number 4, I got Eternals. Eternals is not that high, but it's higher to me than Doctor Strange. Here's my thing. I said it before and I'll say it again. I love team-up movies. To me, is like more people, more superpowered people, the better. So we got a whole team of superpowered people, and it was unique. It was different from anything that we've seen in MCU. Well, I wouldn't say anything, but a lot of the things that we were seeing in MCU. So I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. You got I don't know, I felt like a off-brand version of DC, and it was pretty cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Obviously, it had its flaws, but it was just different powers we were seeing. The CGI was actually really good in this movie.
Yeah, it was.
The fast girl, as Messi was saying, whenever she was going around the world, that was just super cool to watch. It just had really good visuals, and I feel like when you just got good visuals, it just takes it that step up that in over Doctor Strange, and that's what got it for me. Yeah. That's number 4. Number 3.
Makari.
What's the
Makari. It's her name. Makari is her name. I found
Makari, yes.
it.
And you know what? I actually like Druig in this movie. He was pretty cool
Yeah,
too.
their connection in the movie was okay. I liked it.
Yeah. Doctor Strange, why'd you just had America Chavez there just in this weird way. I had a friend point out something, and I'm gonna say it when I get to my number 3, which is right now. Black Panther. Wakanda Forever is my number 3. I was going back and forth. Real talk, I was going back and forth between Black Panther and my number 2. And I was like, You know what? Black Panther is my number 3. It was a great movie. It was an emotional movie. I'm still mad I missed the first couple minutes in theaters. I'm going to forever hate myself for that. Because that's just one of those things that you just got to experience. So it was we talked about it in the podcast. I'm not gonna talk about that much because we talked about it in the last episode. But it was really good. And what I say, I was gonna say something whenever we get to Black Panther. Oh yeah,
you literally said
in Doctor Strange, you had a kid who was being attacked by an anti-hero, aka Scarlet Witch. So the kid was then being protected by the hero, aka Doctor Strange. Now think about Wakanda Forever. You have the kid, Riri Williams, being attacked by an anti-hero. Riri Williams being attacked by an anti-hero, aka Namor, who is then being protected by a hero, aka Shuri, aka Black Panther. So similarities. Someone's copying someone else's script. Anyways, number 2, Shang-Chi. Let me just say this.
What I told you from the beginning. Our lists were gonna be so similar to each other.
But we had one thing different. Eternals is better than Doctor Strange. I'm sorry. First off, I'm gonna say Cap. Shang-Chi's soundtrack is not better than Black Panther Wakanda's Forever. Wakanda Forever had a good soundtrack.
Okay. Rihanna could save the whole soundtrack. Yes. But for me personally, I'm not going to hate on Rihanna. But I didn't grow up with Rihanna, her music at all. Like, I grew up in Puerto Rico with Spanish music on. Like, I came to the U.S., listened to her barely. Like, when I came to the U.S., she wasn't really making music like that, like how she was before. So,
okay.
I'm not going to hate on her. I'm not saying I'm not a fan. But for me, she cannot save a whole album. There's a couple good songs, yes. And the song of when they're going to the underwater city where Namor is from, that song is good too.
Let me just say, I hate that song.
You hate the song?
I hear it so much on TikTok, and I'm like, I want to blow my brains out. I hate the song. I don't know. It's just some weird freaking and like horrible angelic voice. It makes me want to blow my brains. I hate it.
I don't know. I just feel like for me personally, there's more songs that I enjoyed on Shang-Chi that I have enjoyed on the Wakanda Forever soundtrack. I have listened to both from end to beginning, and I like Shang-Chi's better.
I will say this. I haven't heard Shang-Chi's soundtrack in a while, but I don't remember liking it more than I liked Wakanda Forever. Anyways, I'll listen to it. Shang-Chi was really good. Let me say, underrated movie. If you haven't seen Shang-Chi, go see Shang-Chi. This is an underrated movie. It didn't get the recognition and that it deserved. It needed more recognition. Honestly, this is one of the better phase. Obviously, it's our number 2, but just in general, this was like really good. I've rewatched it multiple times, and I think the rewatchability of a movie says a lot about the movie. I never rewatched Black Panther. I watched Thor once after the movies and wanted to blow my brains out. Surprisingly, I've never rewatched Doctor Strange, but just because I don't know, it's
so funny. It's on Disney Plus.
Right,
it's on Disney Plus, and I see it's like, okay, skip.
I don't know. They're just better movies. I'm just like, Eternals. I rewatched it. I think like two or three times, and I enjoyed it. Not as much as the first time, but I was like, this is still enjoyable. Like, it was a good movie. Then we get to Black Panther. Obviously, just came out, so I haven't rewatched it. Shang-Chi, I've rewatched multiple times. even my wife's like, let's rewatch Shang-Chi. I'm like, okay, this is a pretty good movie. It was just cool seeing the action scenes. The CGI was good in this movie too. The end scene with Shang-Chi and his dad fighting with the rings, that was
Yeah, that was a
like,
that
oh
was
my
a
gosh, my eyes were like, this is amazing. It was just so visually like appealing to watch. And yeah, that's all I got for my number two. Number one, obviously, Spider-Man No Way Home. This lived up to the hype. This is like, you got the hype train, and it actually lived up to the hype train.
Yep.
I went into that movie with certain expectations, and it hit every expectation I wanted it to hit. And aside from the characters that came in, that they're, I guess, cameos, but even though they were in there for most of the movie, I just call them side characters. It was
Yeah,
a good
they're
movie.
not cameos,
Apart
though.
from that, it was still a really good movie. Tom Holland acted his freaking ass off. The side characters were still good. MJ, the ending was emotional and really cool. We got to see his suit at the end, like the new original comic book suit. Honestly, this is just a superior movie. Hats off to John Watts, because that was a great movie. And yeah, that's basically my list.
Oh, I remember the word I wanted to say earlier about the first three movies of Spider-Man.
What?
Origin story.
Origin story.
The first three movies is like an origin story that we got for him. If you really think about it, for Toby and Andrew, their origin story is within the first 30 minutes of the movie.
Yep.
He gets bit, some trouble happens in the house, his uncle dies, he goes with this famous catchphrase. I forgot the catchphrase, how it goes.
Bruh, with great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly. It sounds better when you say it. It sounds weird when I say it. Yeah. So that's why I said I forgot. Whatever. Yeah. So and after that, his story continues. And here on Tom Holland, we obviously got 1, 2, 3, Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. And No Way Home is the where May in this scene she actually says the phrase
Yep.
the phrase to him, and now after this point forward, he is the Spider-Man, like quote unquote. He always been Spider-Man this whole time, but he will be the actual Spider-Man that we see.
Now it's the Spider-Man. This is fully fledged Spider-Man. No more baby white high school. Well, I guess Spider-Man was always in high school, but anyways, I don't know what I was gonna say. He's not a kid anymore. He's a man now. He lost his parents and his
uncles,
and aunts, and his friends and everybody. There was a quote from Black Panther, and it made me think of this. M'Baku said to Shuri, "You've lost so much. You shouldn't be considered a kid anymore." Or was something very similar to that. I think that's deep, and I would consider the same thing with Spider-Man. I think he's lost so much, he shouldn't be considered a kid anymore. Gosh, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, Thor had a very good villain that was so misused, and I just want to point that out. He was misused.
So that's the problem with the whole MCU. Just they're bringing good villains and just killing them off on the first
Taskmaster misused.
Okay, one of the biggest one, Killmonger. Killmonger was just dead.
You think Killmonger was misused?
And not misused in the movie because he did it. He did what he was supposed to do, but they killed him off. Like they could have continued. They could have kept him alive and continue and stuff like that. But again, we got so used to this when on this movie when it just came out, the Black Panther movie, that the villain didn't die, and the last minute they just had a change of heart. It's like, okay, we're not gonna fight anymore. We're gonna become friends. and then the boat scene come up, like you said it on last episode. When she goes Wakanda forever, and like the whole world is cheering, but it's only 10 people on
It's
the
only
boat.
10 people on the boat.
Yeah, it's like it just we got so used to when we see this, is like, this is weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. Gore.
He's misused.
Misused.
Even in Shang-Chi, which is a really good movie, I would even say that the dad was misused because they chose a dragon. Why?
I don't know.
Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, like I said, she was misused. They could have made her so much better. And they just like, I don't know, it was weird. All these movies just misused characters. Villains. Anyways, so if you noticed and you're like, hey, they released a podcast pretty early in the week. Well, guess what? We're moving earlier in the week because we've noticed that we get more listeners when we record earlier in the week. Maybe because you guys are busy on the weekends. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that's going to be us. We're going to be recording earlier in the week and see if you guys like it more.
Makes a difference.
I don't know.
But other than that, this was a pretty short episode. It
was a short episode. I'm running out of stuff to say.
Yeah, you're good. I take it from here. So we didn't have a lot to talk about other than the small amount of news that we had about Spider-Man and some news about not Doctor Strange, about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Go watch it. Awesome movie. Give your own rating. Just don't listen to people like us to change your mind about it. Create your own opinion. And then discuss it with us. Let us know what you think about the movie. But other than that, let us know which list is better than the other
Which
one.
list is better? Do you think Eternals is higher than Doctor Strange? That's the only question you gotta ask yourself. That's the only question,
because everything is the same. But other than that, we do appreciate for you listening to us, and
you can find me at Danny42 on Instagram with 3 N's. 2 is taken. Go follow me. I might follow you back. Don't make me think you're a weirdo, and go to this guy.
Yeah, so Messi.17_ everything that you just said. If you don't want to follow us personally, you can always follow us on Unqualified Heroes, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube.
Like, YouTube. Subscribe, share, comment. Unqualified Heroes! Oh.